Welcome back to the Mr. Showtime podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I like to take accountability for a previous video I made about 3 weeks ago titled The All Blacks Are Not in a Bad Place. I like to take full responsibility and admit that I was wrong. I was wrong. Mr. Showtime was wrong. For the very first time ever, right? I was wrong about New Zealand not being in a bad place because New Zealand rugby, they're very unstable. They're in big trouble. Now, let me explain. Yesterday, I was watching Wallabies versus Springboks. Disappointing outcome. Certain calls, went against the Springboks, such as the obvious penalty try that should have been awarded to the Springboks when Marika Corbett made a no-armed shoulder charge tackle on Makazole Mapimpi, and he was ignored. Even the commentators were like, shoulder, you have the arms. Wait, go watch the replay. Go again. No, at no point did Marika Corbett use his arms during the tackle. Again, any reason not to award the Springboks penalties or tries? Any reason to penalize the Springboks? But anyway, I've already done a video about the Springboks. We have coaching staff issues that we need to make changes, right? Jacques Nienaber, Deon Davids, those guys are not competent coaches for the Springboks. They're not good for the Springboks. They're not. And all these commentators, all these other content creators, they can make excuses all they want. Guys, trust him, stick, trust you, trust Jean. Stop it. At this point, please stop. Mzondile Stick and Deon Davids should never be appointed in the first place because they have poor results during Super Rugby in 2016 and in 2017. The appointment to the Springboks was, BEE, quotas, affirmative action, transformation. We all know that. Okay? They didn't earn their way at national level. So please stop it. And Jacques Nienaber's appointment as well was also a grave mistake, as we'll now see leading up to next year's Rugby World Cup. So stop all this. Nick Mallett. I saw on Supersport the post-match interview with Nick Mallett. The reason why some of these fans are talking about this is because, they're not in the changing room and they don't understand. Nick, stop. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mr. Showtime podcast, where everyone gets thrown in the slammer, where everyone gets held accountable, including myself. But we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to holding Mr. Showtime accountable for his previous video he did about the All Blacks. It's time to throw me in the slammer, right? But we'll get to that in a second. But right now, I'm busy throwing Nick Mallett in the slammer. Nick said, the fans don't understand what's going on. We're not in the coaching staff. We don't need to understand, Nick. Yes, most people don't understand. They just tune in. They don't even watch the analysis to understand more about, how coaching aspects work. Most people just, on the weekend, they only tune in during kickoff time, and then when the ball kicks off, and then when the match starts, that's when they tune in. And then after the match, as soon as that final whistle goes, and then they start partying, the Springboks won, or the Springboks lost. Knuckle-dragging mouth breathers who just want, the Springboks won, yay, Springboks lost, boo-hoo. Now, there's very few of us who actually understand, comprehend what's going on. So, yes, most people don't understand. Few people do understand, such as myself. But overall, we don't need to understand to see that Jacques Nienaber and his two lackeys, Mzondile Stick and Deon Davids, are incompetent. We don't need to understand that. It's obvious. So stop it, okay? Nick Mallet, stop it. Stop paying lip service defending things that are not worthy of defending. So, on to bigger and better things. Let's hold myself accountable. Let's hold Mr. Showtime accountable. Let's throw Mr. Showtime the slammer, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I was wrong about the All Blacks not being in a bad place. Oh yes, they're in a very bad place. They're in a bad place. Now, I was watching 2 Cents Rugby. I was watching his review of the All Blacks versus Argentina match review, right? And while I was watching him on YouTube, I hadn't watched the All Blacks versus Argentina match. I didn't watch the full match. I only tuned in at like halftime where the All Blacks were leading, I think. And then I clicked off, went back to watch the All Wallabies versus Springboks match. Jeez, I'm stumbling today. I'm stuttering. What's wrong with me? All right, keep up. Get your head in the game. So I checked back. I watched the highlights of the All Blacks versus Argentina match. And I saw that the All Blacks lost. Argentina won. They'd beaten the All Blacks for the second time ever. And the first time in Christchurch, away from home. Beaten the All Blacks at home in Christchurch, which is their away game, right? But to me, the biggest shock of them all, it's not the fact that the All Blacks lost. It's Sam Whitelock's lineout calls, where he was like, he made the lineout calls and he was beating his chest like, me, post to me, ball coming to me, and then I said to myself, wow, how bad in a sport you have to be for a world-class lock like Sam Whitelock, who plays for a former world-class team such as the All Blacks, to be making such a desperate call for a line-out by beating his chest like, me, post to me, ball's coming to me. I said to myself, wow. The All Blacks are in a dire situation. Shocking. Very, very shocking. And this inspires other teams, to, have more confidence, challenging the All Blacks, because we're still going to have end of the year tour up north, and don't be surprised if the All Blacks lose all 3. I'm not saying they're going to, but don't be surprised. And on top of that, they decided to retain Ian Foster all the way to the World Cup. The All Blacks are in a bad place. Very, very dark spot. That's all I have to say for now. Cheers.